Good morning, you handsome people. We have got a 2014 Vauxhall Insignia diesel. The customer called me up this morning and said, "Hi mate, over the weekend I've lost all my power steering and loads of lights that have come on the dash, and I'll show you why now." We have got an overrun alternator pulley which has failed. If you can see, it's just come off. Well, the actual bearing's failed, it has, on the end of it. So what we're going to be doing is getting involved and getting that replaced. Now, to make the job a little bit easier for ourselves, we're going to be removing this airbox, Jubilee clip down there, and various little plugs, and it will just pull off out of the way, like so. We have now got all of the access to get to that pulley. Now, to remove these alternator pulleys, there is a special tool which holds the centre of the pulley, and then the centre of the alternator itself, and it's lefty, hang on, righty loosey, lefty tighty, opposite thread. Now, as you can see, I've already got that pulley off. Now, it's very rare that stuff fights me. Now, this one has. Because it must have been failed for such a long time, it's actually compressed the inner sleeve. Now, what I've had to do to get it off, just release it a little bit, get a little die grinder, slit it down the middle, and it did eventually come off, but it was a bit of a task. But nonetheless, where's it gone? We have got the brand new one ready to go back on. Now, once we've got the tool back in place and the pulley on, we can just go ahead and give it a tighten, and you'll see by here now the gap closing up, and these don't need to be murderously tight. Pretty much that is it. Then once that pulley's tightened up, get your cap on. Beautiful. Let's put the belt on. Now, when you're replacing these alternator pulleys, it is always good practice to check your tensioners, because sometimes these can fail. With them clutches failing on them, they'll be flapping that belt round, and they can also damage the tensioner. In this case, it has done already, because you can see where you're meant to put the locking pin in, you can see straight through it, and it is absolutely failed. So what we're going to be doing is getting a brand new tensioner fitted. Now, once we put that tensioner on down there and everything is nice and tight, it's time to put the brand new belt on. But because I didn't have a diagram, or I didn't take this belt off, it had actually fallen off, I've had to jump around to technical data and get the belt routing for it. Right, let's get it on. And there you have it, that was the car all back together now, and it is up and running. And the belt is absolutely perfect, it's not flapping about. We have got no warning lights on the dash. Power steering is working as it should do, and also if you just go and check the battery voltage, make sure it's charging. You're charging absolutely perfect. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, "Oh, you could have just changed the alternator." I spun the alternator itself, and the bearings were nice in it. They were nice and smooth, and before that pulley fell off, on the belt fell off, the car was working absolutely perfect. We replaced the pulley, got a new belt, new tensioner, and the car now is as it should, charging as it should, and we have also probably saved the customer a small fortune as well. But anyway, another successful job done. Let's get it sent.